It's a beautiful day to start the event. I'm Professorvoqas, and this is Harry Potter Wizards Unite.
Hello, Professor. I didn't see you there.
It's about 3:45, and I'm finally getting around to the event, although I could have gone out a little earlier, not a ton earlier, but they did have an issue with task number 3. If you saw my guide, and task number 3, initially it was to get Hogwarts family experience. We were trying to get 200, 300? 2 or 300. The other one was the Brilliant XP. Anyway, regardless of that, it actually was reading 300 Hogwarts foundables. You had to return 300. So you return a Pomona Sprout, you get 1. And then you return a Moaning Myrtle, and you get 2. And you're going to have to get 300. So to do, I'm guessing it was supposed to be Family XP, but their quick fix of it, at least, so that it would work, and so people that had been working on it didn't lose progress, they changed it to returning 30 Hogwarts school foundables, which is definitely more doable over the course of doing an event this long. 300 would have been, if you're someone that does things at home with a tonic or trace detection, that would have been really difficult. Anyway, I just opened up the game. Hadn't even touched the game yet because I wanted to make sure I didn't miss any of these screens right here. The most recent surge has returned and it remains delightful. You sound disappointed. Is it more of the same? Not quite. This one is centered more around Hogwarts itself, mostly the professors and house ghosts to be specific. We need to return all of it as soon as possible, as per our normal protocols. For those whose memories have been taken, this experience is rather awful. We cannot forget that. I do wonder why this surge has been so delightful. Me too. It is incredibly odd. It doesn't match to any previous surge that I can recall. Hopefully an explanation shall reveal itself. Hopefully it does reveal itself. We've been waiting for an answer of some kind to some of this. All right, there is a Brilliant Port Key, but I'm not picking it up. I'm going to wait because I'm going to get my 5Ks and I'm going to open all of them, and then I'll get all Brilliant Port Keys after that. Speaking of which, there's a Port Key. I can pick it up. It was a prize. Oh, but that was counting as collecting 2 ingredients or a portmanteau, because I did pick up a portmanteau. So let's go to the tasks first. I know there's stuff around me. Collect 2 ingredients. Just picked up the portmanteau. Need 1 more. Use tonic for trace detection. About to pop 1 in 2 seconds. And 5 Brilliant Professor Sprout. Let's see if we can get some Professor Sprouts right now. We're going to do a Barufios and a tonic for trace detection, of course. So let me pop the tonic. I already got the Barufios going. Let's back out. So I got credit for doing that. So for potions, before we go any further, you can see I actually am brewing an Extimula potion right now, but I haven't entered the master notes because while this is brewing, just in case I make it to the second set of tasks, which I feel like is possible, I'll do that before 48 minutes, which is how much longer the potion has on it. I'm guessing I'll get to task 2 before then. And if I do get to task 2 before then, I want to make sure that I can then enter the master notes for something. So this will be the one. And if it does finish, it finishes, and then I'll just do the next one. So first foundable of the event is, hey, it's Pomona Sprout. Perfect. That's exactly who we wanted. We just need 4 more if we can return this one. There we go. That took 5 casts, and all of them were pretty good casts too. So I don't know why she was being so resistant. And we've got a Flitwick now. There we go. We got Flitwick. He was my second. It won't let me skip the animation though. Nice. Fawkes is not one of the foundables that they said was going to be increased, but I have a Fawkes here. Probably use a... Nah, I'm not even going to use a potion on him right now. Nice. That did take me a number of casts. It definitely took me a number of casts. Probably 6 or 7. But without a potion, I can replenish the energy here. I'm in a good spot for that. I'm at max fragments. We talked about it in yesterday's video. And I'm not placing the image because I'm trying to hold on to those fragments moving forward. If I start seeing a lot of Fawkes though this event, I'll probably place this image and then thinking that I'll be able to get back up and get more back. So nice. There we go. So that's 2 down, 3 more to go. All right, let me go ahead and get these next 3 and then we'll move on to the second set of tasks. That took a little while. My Brufios did wear off, but I probably got it about 3 or 4 minutes after the Brufio wore off, and that was 40 minutes. And that time around, I did see a few Hogwarts students, obviously. I did not see a Minerva McGonagall. But let's go ahead and collect Return 7 Hogwarts Family Foundables for 1 Dark Detector, which then finishes up the second set of tasks. So I get 750 experience, 75 Brilliant Family Experience, 3 Restricted Section books, awesome, and 10 Spell Energy. Nice, and moving on to Section 3. So we got to place 3 Hogwarts School Runestones in a Wizarding Challenge Chamber. So run Fortress, use Hogwarts Runestones, or return 30 Hogwarts School Family Foundables. This is the thing I talked about before that has changed since the guides came out, where we thought it was going to be family experience, and something went wrong. And then the last one is 10 Brilliant Professor Flitwick. So really, those second 2 is just a lot of grinding. I'm not sure if I'll get that done right now. And then the Hogwarts School Runestones, which we're going to do those right this second. But before we do, I did want to show you one thing, because I forgot that I hadn't showed you yet. In the port keys, I actually have a 5K that I'm still trying to unlock, and then I have a 1K at the end there, which means I have 9. I just need 1 more. So I need to walk that 1K, pick up another port key. I just need to keep recycling that 1 at the end until I get a 5K, and then I'll have 10 5Ks, and we can actually open that up on our Brufios. But with no fortresses around, we will be hitting the night bus, and we're going to keep this simple. I've usually been doing Ruins Chamber 5. I do have to use energy for it, but it's not a ton of energy. So I find it to be the appropriate amount for me of how fast I can go through it, but still get pretty good return on my percentage chance to get family foundables. Although to complete the task, you do not need to get a family foundable. You just have to use the runestone, whether you get anything back for it or not. There we go, victory on the first one. Hey, and I did. I got the House Hourglass. By the way, I can't remember if I placed that off camera. You see I'm 2 out of 14, and a couple episodes ago I was 12 out of 14. I did build up, get it, place that image, and then now I'm starting to regain it again. All right, Ruins Chamber 5 again, level 4 Runestone again. Defeat 4 foes, which to me tells me they're all going to be common. Because if there's 4 of them at this level, they can't be higher level. That would be too much of a difficulty level for this level of a chamber. Nice. Second chamber down, Trick Wand, and another of the House Hourglass. Nice. And going into the last Ruins 5 with my Hogwarts Runestone. Nice. All right, next one down, Hogwarts House Cup. So 2 out of 21. Again, that page just got prestige recently, so Hogwarts House Cup, I'm kind of on my way back through that again too. All right, we should back out now and have, well, we completed the 1 certainly. And there we go, we've completed 3. Hey, look, energy on the ground. I will take it. Nice. I am back up at max energy. The complimentary gift helped, but all these inns around me and the spawning energy has really helped. Especially, I actually walked around some to help my port keys out and just try to see new spawns, and lots of energy was popping up for me. So over at Special Assignments, we can get our 6 Baneberry by collecting for doing those runestones. So right now I need Flitwicks and I need Hogwarts Foundables. And actually, if you look at the screen right now, no Hogwarts whatsoever. I believe this is going to take a little bit longer than a quick session. You can't just grind it out at your own pace. The game's got to give you those Hogwarts Foundables, which, again, the best way to do that is to move. So if I was here, I'm not going to stay here. I'm going to start to move around and really try to get those. So I do have a little bit of work to do later. I'm going to throw on a Brufios and a Tonic for Trace Detection. We're going to run those through, and we'll check back in when I'm done with those and see how far along I made it with Hogwarts Foundables and Flitwicks. Rufio's and tonic just finished up, and I'm actually back at my vehicle. It's not the one behind me, it's the one my camera's on right now. Anyway, let's see how far I did make it. So 10 brilliant Professor Flitwick. I got 10 of those and beyond. I kept getting those, not a lot of other stuff. You saw the Monster Book of Monsters. I think I had a Bogrod in there. I think I just showed it in the clip a second ago. But really tons of Flitwick, so I got really lucky with that. Sprout, I saw almost none of that. 30 Hogwarts School Family Foundables, 13 out of 30. So I did get 13. I had a couple depart on me. And also in that montage you saw a second ago, 2 Trace Charms were cast. The first one was on a newt, Magizoology newt, and then I got Legends of Hogwarts newt, or vice versa. Anyway, I put it on a newt and I got more newts. And then I ended up putting one on a fox, hoping I would get a clone of the fox, which I did not, but I did get the one fox and got more of the same exact newts. That's why you saw so many newts a second ago. Although 2 or 3 of those newts departed on me after 1 or 2 casts. I used potion, did everything, and they just departed anyway. But no clone on the fox. But on one of those newts, when I placed the image, I got a Trace Charm recharge. So I was 3 out of 3. I went down to 1 out of 3 and then got that Trace Charm recharge. So back up to 2 out of 3 Trace Charm charges. Had nothing else major to put it on, no other emergency or even severe at that point, so I didn't bother to use the charm again. So I still have 2 out of 3 right now. So I'm going to go ahead and collect that and get the silver key for that. And over in the registry, I have a bunch of stuff going on, and there's nothing, well, I'll show you, there's nothing I can't go in. If I get a Trace Charm recharge, I've got the space for it, but a lot of red dots. Let's go over to Magizoology, yeah, because I got those newts. Wonders of the Wizarding World, because some of those are still spawning, even though that event's over, I just happen to get some anyway. And then let's go over to the event page, here we are, and the red dot, it's because I have that image of Flitwick, but the next set of tasks requires me to get Brilliant Family Experience, and placing that image is going to get me 10, which isn't a ton, but it's some. And somebody in the comments of my guide reminded me, because it wasn't in the synopsis. Sometimes they put this out when Wizards Unite puts it out. They'll talk about the fact that the foundables from the previous section will be in there, which are Bogrod and the Monster Book of Monsters, are appearing again. So getting those is going to get you family experience as well. And if you look here, if you place the Monster Book of Monsters image, you're going to get 5 family experience. And let's go over to Bogrod. It's going to be 5 too, I would imagine. Yeah, 5 for that as well. But going down here, I'm going to just go on Sprout. I'm not going to click. You can see it's 5 experience for putting Brilliant Professor Sprout down. So actually, I take it back, Flitwick is going to be 5 for putting that image down as well. Over at Portkeys, I did unlock that 1 kilometer, and you can see I picked up another 1 kilometer, and I'm about half a kilometer away from unlocking the 5K. Not that doesn't help me specifically. I just need to get this 1 kilometer turned into a 5 kilometer at some point. So we are in task 3, and I have some work later today, but I will be able to open up my game. So I'm hoping to put a little dent more in this, get higher than 13. I may make it to 30 if I'm editing this video tonight and I'm able to get more and more and more. But based on the rate I'm getting them, I'm gonna guess we're gonna open tomorrow's video. Trying to just finish out this last little bit and make it to the 4th set of tasks. And again, reminder, if you look at the tasks that I have unfinished here, return 30 Hogwarts School Family Foundables. If it looks weird because you watched somebody's guide or you read a guide from a couple days ago, it's because the family experience got messed up. It started out as 300 to return 300 Hogwarts Foundables. They did a quick fix to it and changed it to this. I'm guessing because people had already progressed and they couldn't go back and just erase all that and make them get family experience. So they had to do another one where it was a number so that if somebody had already done 20, say, it would carry those 20 over. That's my guess of why they had to fix it this way. Anyway, at least they've got it solved, and at least we can advance on this, and it's not 300, which would take us forever. We moved pretty quickly through the first 2 set of tasks. Now, granted, they were ones that didn't require as much to be returned or as much to be done. You didn't have to wait for potions to brew, that type of thing. When you get here, obviously, that 30 foundables is going to slow you down a bit, but we do have a week to do this. So, again, take your time, have fun with this. Just open up the game when you can at the grocery store, at the gas station, that kind of thing. You'll probably see Hogwarts traces, and you can grab them then. All that being said, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Knox.